A warm welcome to all of you students. In today's lecture, we are going to discuss about the cluster analysis and data mining. This is my first tutorial that relevant to this topic. Cluster analysis and data mining is a topic that relevant to the MSc Computer Science 4th semester, paper number 4. Data mining and data warehouse, unit number 4. This one is prepared by me. I am Suresh Kumar Thakur, assistant professor, Department of Computer Science, Indira Gandhi Government Arts and Commerce College, Vaishali Bhilai. So let's go to start our class. First, we will have to know what is clustering. Clustering is the process of making a group of abstract object into classes of similar object, and a cluster of data object can be treated as a one group. We can take the raw data and it supplies raw data to the clustering algorithm, and the clustering algorithms provide us output in the cluster of data. The process of grouping a set of physical or abstract object into classes or a similar object is called clustering. A cluster is a collection of data objects that are similar to one another within the same cluster and are dissimilar to the object in other cluster. A cluster of data objects can be treated collectively as one group, and so many is considered as a form of data compression. Cluster analysis tools based on k-means, k-medoid, and several methods have also been built into many statistical analysis software package like SPSS and SAS. The process of grouping a set of physical abstract objects into classes of similar objects is called clustering. First partition the set of data into group based on the similarities, and then assign label to the relative small number of groups, as we have seen in front of our screen. And then assign label to the relative small number of groups. Additional advantage of such a clustering based process are that it is adaptable to change and help single out useful feature that distinguish this group. Cluster analysis. Cluster is a group of objects, and in other words, the similar objects are grouped in one cluster and dissimilar are grouped in other cluster. Cluster analysis is an important human activity. Early in childhood, we learn how to distinguish between the cats and dog, or between animal and plants, by continuously improving subconscious clustering scheme. By automated clustering, we can identify and dense and sparse region in object space, and therefore discover overall distributions, patterns, and interesting correlation among data attributes. Cluster analysis has been widely used in numerous applications, including market research, pattern recognition, image processing. In business, clustering can help market discover distinct group in their customer bases and characterize customer group based on purchasing item. Clustering also called data segmentation in some application, because clustering partition large data set into group according to their similarities. Cluster can also be used for outlier detection. When outlier, we all know the value that are far away from any cluster may be more interesting than common cases. We will discuss about the outlier in our further lecture. Now let's move to know the types of data in cluster analysis. If we are going to discuss about the cluster analysis and we are going to discuss about the data mining, we just think about the data, how many types of data used in cluster analysis. So we get answer as a numerical data, text data, multimedia data, time series data, sequence data, string data, uncertain data, big data, and categorical data. We can conclude this all different data in this categories. Summarized type of data in clustering: interval scaled variable, binary variable, categorical variable, ordinal variable, ratio scaled variable, vector object, and variable mixed type. Interval scaled variable. This section discusses interval scaled variable. So we will know what are interval scale variable. Interval scale variable are continuously measurement of a roughly linear scale. Typical example include weight and height, temperature, like that, latitude, longitude, coordinates, weather, temperature. The measurement unit used can affect the clustering analysis. For example, changing measurement unit from centigrade to Fahrenheit for temperature, or from kilometer to pound for weight, kilogram to pound for weight, may lead to very different clustering structure. In general, expressing a variable in a smaller unit will lead to a larger range for that variable, and thus a large effect on the resulting clustering structure. Here we see the example: temperature scale ranges over the centigrade to Fahrenheit scale. Need to standardize temperature as different scale can be used to express same absolute measurement. Binary variable. We all know a binary variable has only two states, 0 and 1. Where 0 means that the variable is absent and 1 means that is present. Given the variable smoker describing a patient, for instance, 1 indicates that the patient smokes, while 0 indicates that the patient does not. Treating binary variable as if they are interval scale can lead to misleading clustering result. Therefore, methods specific to binary data are necessary for computing similarities. So, how can we compute the dissimilarities between two binary variables? One approach involves computing a dissimilarity matrix from the given binary data. If all binary variables are thought of as having same weight, we have the 2 by 2 containing table where W is the number of variables that equal 1 for both object I and j, and x is the number of variables that equal 1 for object I but that are 0 for object j. Y is the number of variables that equal 0 for object I and but equal 1 for object j, and z is the number of variables that equal to 0 for both object I and j. The total number of variables is p equals to w plus x plus y plus z. A binary variable is a symmetric if the outcomes of the state are not equally important, such as the positive and negative outcomes of a disease test. By convention, we shall code the most important outcomes, which is usually the rarest one, by 1 and the other by 0. Given two asymmetric binary variables, the agreement of two ones is then considered more significant than the of two 0. Therefore, such binary variables are often considered monadary. It means if having one state. The dissimilarity based on the such variable is called asymmetric binary dissimilarities. Categorical data. A categorical variable is a generalization of the binary variable. In binary variable, we have seen that only we get two state 0 and 1, but in reference of categorical variable, categorical variable is a generalization of binary variable, in that it can take on more than two states. For example, map color. Map color is a categorical variable that may have, say, different state. They have shown in different colors like red, green, blue, and orange, like blue, pink. Ordinal variable. A discrete ordinal variable resembles a categorical variable, except that the m state of the ordinal value are ordered in meaningful sequence. Ordinal variables are very useful for registering subjective assessment of qualities that cannot be measured objectively. For example, professional rank are often enumerated in a sequential order, such as assistant, associate, and fellow professor. Now we come to the point. Ordinal variable either may be discrete or may be continuous. In discrete ordinal variable, professional rank like assistant, another associate, and another is a professor. A continuous ordinal variable are look like a set of continuous data of an unknown scale. That is, the relative ordering of the value is essential, but their actual magnitude is not. For example, the relative ranking in a particular sport is often more essential than the actual value of a particular measure. Ordinal variable may also be obtained from the discretization of interval scale quantity by splitting the value range into a finite number of classes. Ranking in sports like gold, silver, and bronze. Ratio scaled variable. A ratio scaled variable makes a positive measurement on a non-linear scale, such as an exponential scale, approximately following the formula like you see in our screen, where A and B are positive constant and T typically represent time. Common examples include the growth of the bacteria population or the decay of the radioactive element. Vector object. In some applications, such as informations containing a large number of symbolic entities, to measure the distance between the complex objects, it is often desirable, it is often need to introduce a non-metric similarities function. in this lecture we have take the idea and we have take the concept about the cluster analysis, clustering, and the types of data that have been used to make cluster analysis. For the purpose of the take and more knowledge about the cluster analysis and the types of data, we just go to take reference as a data mining concept and technique, Zhuai Han and Michelin Kumber, second edition. This topic is covered by this book, and according to syllabus, our unit number 4, the data mining of this cluster analysis, is also covered by this book. So thank you very much.